and someone be like, yo, cuz I ain't seen you in like 3 weeks. I said, my mum ain't seen me in 3 weeks. Like it's not, like, yo, my mum lives, like it's not a personal thing. Like, I'm doing me. Like,
I just dropped my app, www.ChisoLifts.com. Online personal training. You got custom meal plans, custom training plans. With the training plans, you got a video showing you how to do all your exercises. You could log in your sets, your reps, the weights you use, and literally every month I changed up your plan. In the description, you got a code BESTU20 at the moment. You can use that to get a 20% discount for life.
So you had your listening party, okay? You're 30
and some change.
Okay, 30 and some change.
Yeah.
Okay. So one would say that you're embarking on this journey to become a rapper. Okay. Now, often people talk about support, which comes from like family and friends, etc. People often complain. There's also a lot of complaining. Like I just seen a post in our WhatsApp group, in the Insta group, where someone said, you post a picture on your main feed, it might get 20 likes. You post it on your story, it gets 200 views.
Nobody sees, nobody posts, but nobody likes, but everybody's watching.
Now, so obviously, you put your first single out, which was roughly about, maybe, I think it's probably quite a while ago, over 6 months ago, wasn't it?
Yeah, June.
But in June, okay? And I'm pretty sure that some of the people you claim are your friends have seen you posting it, seen the video. They've probably, if you check your people who view your stories, you can see that they've seen it, but they've not said anything like, oh, well done, Emmanuel. Like, well, and these are people who you say are your friends. Now, how do you navigate with that? Do you believe that because someone's your friend, that they should support? Because Rihanna got pregnant the other day. And obviously everyone was posting, people complaining, saying, oh, you know, you can post Rihanna getting pregnant, but you can't post your mate's business. I get it, but I always say that some friends are haters, okay? And sometimes what you're doing is just not good enough. And I think it's trying to figure out and not let your ego kick in. So with you now, that's you're coming out as a rapper, okay? Now, you've got another single coming out called Get You Off Your Mind. Can't get you off, yeah? Okay. Now, the question now is this.
Yeah.
Would you say that you've seen support from friends and family? And at what point should support, and what does support look like to you? So let's say, for instance, you can clearly see that I've seen your music video or something you're trying to do. And you can clearly see that I've seen it. But I don't message you to say, right, this is good, and I don't share it. Do you take that personal?
We'll take the restaurant.
Okay.
I've posted the restaurant a couple times. If I post a picture at the restaurant, then I'll put the location there. But I spend my money there. That at the end of the day, I can post 100 times. From the 100 times I post, it might be that one person comes. It might be that no people come. It might be that 10 people come. Is it reflected in money behind your bar? Is it reflected in your turnaround, in your revenue? And ultimately, that's how it has to be measured in terms of that's at the be all and end all at the day. At the end of the day, whatever the support looks like, that's how it's translated to you, right?
Okay.
Whether it's I've got a billboard on the side of a bus, or because I could go and spend £350 to put a billboard on a bus, or I could put £350 in your bar. Do you see what I'm saying? So ultimately, for it to be tangible in that regard, it's revenue for you.
All right. Have some of your friends that you blatantly know that will claim to be your friends, have they seen the stuff you're doing and have not even said, right, that's sick, Emmanuel, or commended you, or even shared it? Would you say that you've seen one or two of your friends who have not even,
a few like
that have not even interacted with it at all?
Yeah, there's a few like
And
that.
Yo, you know what's funny?
We just had
It's funny.
we just had this conversation.
Yeah, but even before we had a convo, Marv was talking about the same thing in the DMs just now, literally the same conversation. And Taser said something, and then I said, rah, like most people just pre. It is what it is.
Yeah.
So I said, perfect example. The other day, Mishka created a video flyer for me. So she was like, oh, I see you always posting PT. She goes, rah, I just thought let me do something for you. So she created a video flyer for me, and I posted it. So the video flyer now, it's got 13k views because I've put on my story, if you can, repost.
Yeah.
But you don't have to, thank you. So people reposted, so that's why the views are up. So the same video's got 13.3k views, but it's got 114 likes. So literally right after, I said to Mishka, I said, watch this. I'm gonna put a video here of me pulling a sled topless. And I said, the video might not get as much views, but the likes and the saves are going to be high. I was trying to say, oh, yeah, people, blah, blah, blah. I said, no, just watch. It's when something's slightly gimmicky, or if I did a dumb reel where I'm doing a voiceover something, I said, right, that's going to hit 1,000. And they might only get like 3k views.
Yeah.
But everyone sees everything, but it's just...
But this is why I said let me interrupt you.
Yeah.
Is because algorithm-wise, like I remember, I'll go back to that story in a second, but
Yeah.
I saw the topless video.
The what?
I saw the topless video first.
Yeah.
And it's only, as you're talking about it now, that's the video that rings.
Yeah.
And I say that to say this. I had a conversation with somebody once upon a time. He was like, oh, you never post my this, you never post my that.
Yeah.
I sat down with them,
Yeah.
and we went, I said, let's go through my feed. And this was when the algorithm was doing the most nonsense.
Yeah.
Bro, I was getting posts from people like you from 3 weeks ago, 4 weeks ago.
4 weeks, yeah.
But her posts that were in the last 2-3 days weren't coming up.
Weren't coming up, yeah.
And I was like,
You know
like,
what?
look, like
Actually,
it's not me, innit? I'm not gonna go searching now. You get me? But
there's a lot of times I realize that it don't come up. So what I do is, let's say like if I've clocked someone just watched a story and I've seen it, what I'll do is I'll go onto every single person that, let's say the last 20 people, I'll go onto their thing and I'll check what their last post is. So they might see me like 10 in a row, but it's just me catching up on what I've missed.
Exactly,
But they said in the next month or something, the algorithm is going to go back to
as in like the newest feed.
chronological order.
So it's going to go back to
if
normal.
you post at 6 p.m, it comes on the feed.
Comes at 6
I think
p.m.
that's better, man. I prefer that.
But it's mad because but I feel like Instagram pushes the gimmicky stuff.
100%.
No,
Yeah.
I wouldn't say it pushes it, but I think what it is that
No one misses anytime I put any jokes. No one misses it.
Yeah, but I think what
because
you
I feel
find
like
is
they catch on to that faster.
remember, I always say that Instagram is not LinkedIn. Yeah, people are going on Instagram just to escape from life for a bit, or for a long time, and just to crack joke primarily.
Or passer.
Yeah. So you got to remember when someone's on there, as much as you're posting business stuff, anything that I post business stuff, maybe it's like a flyer. You realize that any flyer for your event will get a few likes.
Yeah.
Yeah, but anything you post maybe about yourself will get a lot. And I think that anyone who wants to support their friends on social media, even if you don't want to like, just press share. I don't care about likes. Just share it. Once again, if you want to show support, it's not liking. Liking is not showing support. It's literally seeing a post on someone's page, going to share to your story. Forget posting, forget liking. It's either you comment or you share. But ideally, we all prefer shares. If you want to support someone's business, even if you don't attend or buy anything, just click share. Sometimes your character doesn't allow people to support you. Okay? I've always had support from friends and family in anything I've done, because I like to believe that my character allows people to do that. Because there's no one that has ever asked anything from me within my reason that I don't do. Do you know what I'm saying? So that's why I take things personal sometimes.
Remember I was saying to you earlier about,
when someone doesn't, if I've been there for you, so I said with you, for instance, when you're doing your single launch, I said to you, I've seen you come to the restaurant several times. You've had your birthday there. You've put money in my pocket. So I said, it's only right that I reciprocate. Not saying that it's tit for tat. You know, I don't believe in altruism, but you're meant to. Same with like when Chiso does something. He doesn't. If I don't see it, maybe because sometimes people may not see something.
Yeah.
But if I see something, it doesn't. Do you know the share button? It takes 4 or 5 seconds to just press share, and that's it. You've done your job.
Funny enough, yesterday some girl, she messaged me like you know, like that crying like happy emoji. So it was like a crying happy emoji. I was like, oh, what was it? Then she was like, oh, you always share my thingy. And I said, oh, I was like, yeah. Then she's like, oh, yeah, but you don't tag me on it. Like, I don't tag her so that it notifies her in it. I said,
I'm not doing it for your attention.
Yeah, the aim's not for.
The aim is share it.
And you're not gonna notice I do it unless you watch my stories regular. So unless you watch my stories, you're not gonna know whether I share your thing. And the thing is here, the reason why I don't tag people, I don't want you to repost that I shared it. I just want you to know that I shared it. I don't want it to look like I'm sharing it just so
that you can know.
Yeah. So I pop up on your story. No. I'm sharing it because I want you to get the traffic. I don't need. You get what I'm saying? So even.
But why do you think some people don't do it?
It comes to what I was saying to you earlier about.
I'm gonna answer.
What I said to you earlier, where I said, I get a lot of support from women, and I said, for instance, most people, the average PT lasts a couple months. This year makes like year 9, and the reason why I'm able to still keep on going is because,
sorry, man was PTing before 9 years ago.
Huh?
But I'm saying, and you was PTing before 9 years ago, but just like unofficially.
Yeah, I was helping people, but I wasn't. I wasn't getting paid for it.
It's levels to this.
Yeah, you know what I mean. So fast forward now, it's a thing that where a lot of women support me. So if I post a post like that, the other day now, I ended up getting like from the reshare a couple new clients where someone's seen it that I haven't spoken to in years. Then he just phoned me and said, "Oh, bro, imagine some woman in Streatham just asked me she needs a PT, blah blah blah." I said, "Oh, forward my number." Spoke to the lady. She was like, "Oh yeah, I saw your Instagram. Funny enough, this person recommended." But she goes, "I've heard of your name way before." I said, "Oh, for real?" Then she's like, "Oh, where you based?" I'm like, "Oh, not too far from you." Message. She's starting next week, 3 times a week. You know what I mean? She's like, she's trying to stay. She's turning 48, so she's like, she's trying to hit a target by 50. So she's trying to stay on. You know what I mean? For a while, I was like, fantastic. But that comes from literally that post me putting that the other day. Understood? Because the past few weeks, normally I don't put too much PT post on because, like you said, when you put stuff that is business wise, it kind of
brings down the
It brings down your traffic.
interactions.
engagement. That's
But
it.
the past couple weeks, I've been posting mad aggressive, and I've had like in the past week 3 people start,
Yeah.
and I got a couple people starting next week just because I've been.
Yeah, you got to be on
So
it.
I'm like, you know what?
yeah.
Forget the interaction. I'm gonna mess up my
But
algorithm.
why do you think people don't? No.
And but see, this is the thing as well. What I was gonna say is like, support comes in many forms. Me personally, if I'm trying to go somewhere, if you see right now as I stand here, if I'm lying, I'm flying. If I'm like, yo, where's somewhere I can go have drinks? Sorry, it's not even a second's thought. I don't, you know what I mean? And it's like the vibe, everything is correct about the venue. Sion is what was needed, and it's
Yeah.
here now.
Yeah.
So we go. Do you get me? It's just like normal. Like obviously you see, I bring mad people
Yeah.
there. Like it's just normal. It's not even a. But ultimately, that's what support looks like.
But you've missed a very valid point. So, and I said that before, that there's 2 things. They're either not sharing or supporting because it's no good, or because they're hating. If you felt that you've come to my restaurant and it was no good, you wouldn't bring your people there.
That's true.
And that's one thing we have to also
that's
establish.
valid.
Is that
That's valid.
It's very important.
That's
because
very,
sometimes
that's very valid. That's very
like one
valid.
of my friends has asked me to share something before.
What do you do when it's not good? And then, no, do you know what? That's valid. But let me say this: the cocktails bang. Everything is just where it needs to be, so it works, and that's why I bring people there. And yes, definitely having a product that is good is very key. Why do I think people don't? I feel like it's an ego thing, because you see, like, for example, there are people with like Get You Off My Mind just came out yesterday, so it's on all digital stores. Get You Off My Mind live at It's Live official. But yeah, that came out yesterday. Yeah, absolutely, all the way. All the way.
Wait. There we go. Wait.
This guy's not serious.
This guy. But yeah, some people I don't even know are reposting it. Like, yo, this is a vibe. Repost. And then people I know are not posting it. And then it's like,
Why do you think people do that? Because everyone was talking about Rihanna, and I saw so much people share. Women actually get pregnant, you know. It's not the first woman to ever get pregnant.
no, excuse me.
People were sharing it
Rihanna is the first artist to get pregnant ever.
Someone wrote, she's not going to reply to you.
Exactly.
And I started busting up because I thought,
But why do you think somebody would share that, but see your business or see something you do and not share
I'll
it?
give you an example. Right now, someone's watching this. Someone's watching this right now, and it's going to come and share bare clips from this, and they're going to share stuff on my page for me. But there's one of their brethren who is right now saying, my man never shares nothing for me, but sharing Chiso's clip. That's how it goes.
Show me someone who claims they're not a hypocrite, they're a liar too. I think we're all hypocrites. So for instance, there's a lot of YouTube channels that I don't subscribe to, but I watch their videos.
Yeah.
Now, I guess, would you consider subscribing? Or would you say that I'm watching the content is a form of support?
You have to look
Because
at,
I'm giving them a view.
Yeah,
But
you have
what's
to,
mad,
you have to look at what's
They're
tangible.
support in different ways though.
Yeah, you have to look at what's, and ultimately you have to look at what the support is, and what does, because let's be realistic, as your people, as the people that come to the bar, let's take me for example. Every time I've come to the restaurant, instead of that, let's say every time I've reposted Sion London, that really, if you look at, again, in terms of what is relative and what is putting money in your till, We know which you'd rather.
Yeah.
Wait. Because you have to look at my influence, and if there's anything coming from that ultimately, and so if it's beneficial to you, and if it is actually support to you, then okay, fair enough. But
I'd rather the views than the subs.
But this is what I'm saying. You have to look at what's tangible, because
I'd
when you
rather
get
the views
to,
than the subs.
But the thing is, at the same time, what's views without subs and what's subs without views? It's all relative, depending on the numbers.
I'd rather get like where I am now and get every video banging 100k.
Yeah.
Than me get to 100k subs here and every video banging 20k.
Yeah.
Right.
It's mad.
But it's because you've got the subs for now. Do you get me?
Yeah.
And then when that begins to grow, then you'll understand how to nurture it and to make it grow that way.
But you know what's mad?
You
It happens because, let's say like one of my brethren has got a ridiculous amount of subs, but now the videos are only getting 10, 15, you know what I mean, K views. But this is someone that their following is close to 500,000. But you know when you fall off that algorithm,
this is it. Do you remember there was that Instagrammer who, they had something like 2 million followers or something on Instagram, launched the t-shirt label, and the t-shirt didn't do 20 units. Yeah. Because it's like engagement, like you got to take into consideration so many things. So when you check it like that, the interaction is clearly down, but it looks like the page is banging because
that's another reason why I started a separate page for literally just as gym heads, where it's fitness only, where if I put on the story now, something in the story, 40% of the people watch the story and they interact and thingies in posting that. So I figured that, I'm gonna grow that page from scratch. But the joke thing is, now it comes back to where I was talking about training topless and that, where I've clocked onto something from someone else who's similar build, that's stateside. And I was like, all I have to do now is mimic my man, copy similar and add my own little twist to it. And that page now, before the end of the year, it's gonna be bigger than my personal page, just because I know the formula now. So it's just literally, you don't have to, if it's not broke, don't fix it. Just learn from 5 or 10 people who are similar to you. Yeah. And just literally tweak it slightly to your own style, and before you know it, the algorithm is going to catch you in the same way as them. Then they're going to see you, and when they start following you and they start liking your shit, you pop up on the algorithm because they got stronger pages, so their page is going to carry your page onto the explore page and all of that. And that's how it, and the fitness scene is kind of clicky as well. Once you've got like a following,
everything's
once you got a following, the moment you post, all them men in your comments, it's mad.
Everything's 100%.
It's mad. But that's how the game goes. So you just have to know. You just have to know how to play it smartly.
Sometimes the amount of people I see just whining, oh, my friend is this, you see this, you don't post it. Oh, just stop whining. Just stop whining. Like, work hard, work smart. And eventually, those people who you're saying are not going to support you will support you. But I hate seeing people moaning. See, with business, your business should thrive without your friends and family supporting.
Brother.
I repeat, your business should thrive without your friends and family supporting. If you're trying to bank on your business surviving from your friends and family,
you're going to lose.
If they support.
100%.
It'd be nice to see your friends sharing something. But the reality of it is that they don't need to. They didn't beg you to open a business, and you need to find a way of doing any form of marketing that doesn't involve them. And once again, it would be nice, but if you're going into this game with the mindset of, oh, my friends and family, they'll share, they'll come to my restaurant and eat, mate.
You're going to fail big time.
You're going to fail big time.
You know what's mad here? It's like, it goes back to where I've been out in the past month and a bit, and everyone's like,
is that why the hat came off?
Huh?
Is that why the hat
I
came
ain't
off?
cut my hair.
No, I hear you, but you've been talking about it, but the hat came off, so it's
but
like, okay.
I've not cut my hair for like a month and a bit, you get me? But it's a thing that I've gone into that switched off grind mode. So everyone's like, oh, why don't you come out to this? Why don't you come out to that? You missed my birthday, blah, blah, blah. I said, you see right now, I could do with extra support on certain things, innit? But if I'm not going to get that extra support, I'm not going to sit around and say,
Everything's free though, innit? People don't realise that things cost money.
Things cost money. So I said, I put myself in a stage where I know the moment I go out, if let's say it's your birthday now, I'm gonna buy a bottle of Hennessy or something, 120 down. So I've missed in the past few weekends, Friday, Saturdays, and Sundays, bare people's birthday. I didn't even go to Marv's birthday. How about that? Remember that? I didn't even go to Marv's birthday. I was working. And man, them are like, rah, you've just been missing everything.
But can someone take that personal? I'll be honest. If it's my birthday, and you know it's my birthday, and you're telling me you're not coming, and I'm saying, why are you not coming? Man's got work. Can't even lie. If I was Marv, I'm fisting you up still, innit?
Brother, Marv's birthday was like
I
3
can't even lie.
It's tight,
I can't even lie. See what it is,
Marv's
yeah?
birthday was 3
my
weeks
thing
ago.
is, what is a friend?
To be
Bro,
honest,
I don't
what is a friend?
It's the first time I've ever missed.
I'm not stirring. I'm just saying, innit?
That's
Me
the first
personal.
time. Yeah. So I said, bro, I'll pass by quickly.
I wouldn't have been able to come. I ain't got a designer.
Mate,
Brother, I said, I'll pass by quickly if I could wear a hat. But I'm not going to go to the shop and spend $2 to wear a hat. I might as well go trim my
kind of
hair.
messed up.
You got it.
Marv kind of messed up with that one. Marv should have said to you, you're my boy, just roll
Yeah.
through.
The
That
next
whole
minute-
when
next
there's
minute-
bare man in designer cap, not designer.
Not in designer.
caps
So I messaged him. I said, right, there's bare man in hats and they're not in designer. He
Yeah.
said, oh. I said, bro,
he
I
kinda
would've-
messed up
I
there
said,
still.
I would. I
Oh,
said,
that's
I
a
said
bit-
to him,
a
I
bit
said,
of a
I would have
sticky
come
one
in. I would have
still.
come in for an hour. I would have drank and I would have got back into work mode. In the past month, I've been in that zone. I've missed bare birthdays. Bare people are upset. But I said, right, listen, if I didn't go in that mode, yeah, I'd have been probably like $2,000 down.
Yeah.
On enjoyment. And I said, right, January is always a slow month. So my mentality this year was that, right, January is a slow month. Instead of me going into money that I put aside, let me put money on top of it for once.
Yeah.
You get me? So that way I could go into
But I think as
March, April, June without thinking, when we go back into full enjoyment mode, I'm playing catch up. No,
I think
know
as
that,
friends,
I
we
can
have to
chill.
accept that sometimes we do ghost, and I think people need to be given the allowance to take sabbaticals from friends. This whole idea that you must always give appearances and show up. I think there needs to be an allowance where I need to take 2 weeks aside. I need to take a month aside to settle down and just get back to where I need to be. And people should not take it personal. I
People
think
take
often
it
we
mad
feel,
personal.
We feel very entitled to people's time, and that's one thing that upsets me a lot. Is when people sometimes I might even be talking to a guy or even talking to a girl, for instance. And someone be like, yo, cause I ain't seen you in like 3 weeks. I said, my mum ain't seen me in 3 weeks. Like it's not like my mum lives like it's not a personal thing. Like I'm doing me. Like sometimes you need to be allowed to do you without there being any consequence or someone saying to me, oh, yeah, you don't even chat to me no more. Like let me chill out and do me for a while.
I'll give example.
There were people last night. There were people that I see last night that I've not seen since July last year, my birthday. But it's like it's not a personal thing.
It's not a
It is
personal
what it
thing.
is. Everybody's got life, and
No.
this is why I keep stressing to you, man. This is why you lot's thing is so important, because you take these topics and just address them in a way that's not being addressed. You get me? Like, obviously, it's normal for man, innit?
Yeah.
But these bigger conversations are not really being had in immediate circles. It's like, rah, we need to address this, or this topic's a bit sticky. Like, people don't address these things.
But you know what? It's funny you say that as well about the thing about it's not personal, blah, blah. Some people take it personal where certain men have hit me up here and said, rah, yeah, you lot went to blah, blah, blah at this time and you didn't tell me and blah, blah, blah. I said, bro, listen, like, if, let's say, I'm going out somewhere.
You don't have to be invited to everything that's
No,
outside.
but if I'm going out somewhere, the first person that would naturally come to my mind, because I'm around more often than most people, probably Gabriel. You get what I'm saying? So I message Gabriel and say, rah, so-and-so's going on. So imagine the person who was complaining here, you ain't been to none of my dances in 2-3 years, but when I'm doing enjoyment at next man's dance, you want to roll with me.
Brother.
So you get upset that I ain't called you. Bro, I ain't seen you in 2-3 years.
Yeah.
No, I've seen you, I bumped into you, maybe just roaming around, but I'm like, rah, when you had a girlfriend and this, you just ghosted every man. So in my head, I'm not thinking, rah, phone the man with a
But
girlfriend.
people shouldn't take it personal. See, ghosting though, people shouldn't take, and I keep saying
You get what I'm saying?
No,
So you all need to battle
ghosting is a
it
different
sometimes.
thing. But you see, like my birthday, for example, obviously my birthday went off, and people was like looking at the stories, and it's like people was in other people's DMs saying like, "Rah, what man didn't get no invite, dickhead." All right, cool. Bro, these are people. These are people that I haven't spoken to in 4 years. Haven't seen you in 3 years. But I'm a dickhead because I didn't invite you to my birthday.
I hear the joke. E-man, Gabriel, do you know the only reason why I charge for my birthdays? Why I do birthday parties? It's due to that. Because I'll do a free party. Example, Gabriel, when I did my party at Sion. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Pick up your friend. You see your friend Large. I like him, you know.
Oh, Large,
Now,
yeah.
Large is a
that's my
proper guy.
Yeah,
Whoever,
yeah.
like,
Yeah, but Large,
I don't know his real name, but Large,
yeah, that's
you're a
my
proper guy. I tell you why he's a
Yeah,
proper guy.
yeah.
There's certain guys who I know who spend and buy bottles outside.
Yeah.
But when they come to the restaurant, they're doing water and doing sparkling water and tonic water.
No,
but then they'll go outside and be popping bottles. That large guy,
Yeah.
he's been to the restaurant probably 3 or 4 times. Every time he's come, he's bought at least a bottle. And remember, he knows it's my place. So he's directly basically going, here you go, G. Hold that 130.
Yeah.
Whoever that large guy is,
Yeah.
because I see him when he goes out to other places, he's doing enjoyment. And when he comes to Sion, he does the exact same thing. So if you see this, bro, keep coming.
I'll tell you this here.
No, that guy there.
Pause.
No, he's
Pause.
correct.
Yeah. Pause.
That large guy is correct.
No, I'll tell you this here. You see large?
Proper correct guy.
Large, Chester, them man there, they will support.
Oh, and Chess.
Yeah.
But I've seen large more times.
Yeah.
Whoever that guy
But
is
remember,
large.
Chester when he go out, Chester will only come out if I go out. Like he don't really go out. So it's a thing that after that day, you know what I mean, people, you didn't invite me to blah blah blah, this, that.